Stop giving your money to woke corporations that hate you and your values. That's why I order all my man's shaving products from Jeremy Razors. Order your Precision 5 starter set today. This set comes with 4 razor blades, sharp as true, with tungsten handle and flip back trimmer. You're not in the market for razors? Jeremy Razors also has other facial products fit just for men. So you don't have to stock your bathroom with products that clean your body but stains your conscience. So shut up and shave. Go to jeremyrazors.com and use cburns15 to save 15% off. That's jeremyrazors.com. Use my special code cburns15 to save 15% off. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Chawanne Burns. Welcome to another episode of Business Talks. And today we are going to talk about the Montgomery, Alabama brawl that took place. I guess it's on a river thing. It took place at a dock and it ended up turning bad. I think it could have been avoided, but we'll discuss. I got a couple of videos that I'm going to show you about what happened and what transpired. And it ended up resulting in several people getting arrested for this whole debacle. Another thing we're going to talk about Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, we know he had some type of medical incident about a week or two ago, where he froze up when he was given remarks over something, and he froze up in front of the cameras. And now he was trying to, I don't know if he's trying to campaign, but he was talking to his constituents in his state, and they was telling him he needed to retire. So we'll go over that too. And then we're going to talk about some things that's going on with Donald Trump indictment. And this is for the January 6th. He has several indictments, but this particular one is for January the 6th, where they're trying to charge him for election interference. And we're going to talk about the judge that is assigned to him. And they asked for recusal from this judge, or the judge to recuse herself from his trial. I don't think she's going to do it, because I think she's just trying to make her career off of prosecuting everybody that had anything to do with January 6th. So we'll discuss that. And then we got some other stuff that we're going to talk about, but let's get into this Montgomery brawl. It might sound like I'm not saying brawl, but fights. I would say fights. It was a knockout, drag out fight, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I think it could have been avoided. I truly do think it could have been avoided. But when people drink, they don't think in their right mind. They don't have the right mind, or they're not in their right mind. And it's horrible that it came to this. I want to find the beginning video where it all transpired before they started like fighting each other, because that's what people is mainly showing when the fight happened. But they were exchanging words for a while. And let me see if I could find it. Make sure you guys could see my, okay, yeah, you can see it. Okay, where am I at? So there's a 7-minute video. Okay.
You're going to jail.
Cause these motherfuckers thought shit was sweet.
You're going to jail.
Now this has happened after.
They had no business.
This happened afterwards. Let's see. This boat right here, I'm going to narrate it for you guys because I can't seem to find that video. So This boat right here was parked in the wrong position. They was trying to park where this dock is. And this dock is for this riverboat. Okay? These are all employees of the riverboat. Not these guys. They're parked wrong. But these guys in the blue shirt, they are supposed to be parking there with the riverboat. So they're employees of that, guess, the riverboat casino, but they're parked in the wrong position. And I'm assuming they're trying to get them to move the boat. Let me turn up the volume.
Yeah, these white folks jumped on this black man that work security. We trying to get on the sipping cycle, the Marriott trying to come through. And the man was telling them to move their boat because the Marriott couldn't dock so the boat could get off. And everybody on the sipping cycle, we just wait. Why these folks that swung on and jumped on this black man, baby? The crew member that jumped off the Marriott, baby. They whooping ass, baby. Now come up out that boat, baby. They ready to move on. They ready to move on.
So this video that I'm showing now, this happened afterwards. Because, okay, so let me just go back here. You know, I don't want to really show the fight because, you know, YouTube will demonetize me. But this guy in the black shorts, you see how he was getting jumped. He was getting jumped. But this is the guy, the employee for the riverboat. He's trying to tell them, hey, you got to move. You got to move your boat. Because if you don't move your boat, we can't park. This is a designated boat docking area, and you got to be part of this casino cruise or whatever, riverboat cruise to park here. And no, they didn't want to do that. They argued for, I think it was like a 3-minute video out there. They argued for a long time, and this guy decided, hey, you're not going to tell me what to do. He wanted to fight the guy. So it started where after, you know, he initiated the fight, the guy ran up on him, the white guy ran up on the black guy. It seemed like they was trying to break up the fight, but then the white guy homeboys came in on the fight. They end up jumping in. Some of them was trying to break it up, and then some of them was like, no, we're jumping in. The white girl was part of their crew too. She's trying to break up the fight, but they actually jumped the guy. So they're saying that this guy, you see this guy swimming, this young black guy, he's swimming. He's swimming the shore. They said that's his brother. So he probably like, you ain't gonna whip my brother ass. I'm gonna jump in too. So he gets on and start fighting. But the problem is, once that happened, you know, you got the whole crew, all black folks, they think it's just a racial thing, and it's really not. I think it's a drunk thing. I don't know, but I don't know if they exchange like racial slurs. I think it was the point of the guy asked them to move and they didn't want to move. And hello, when you're drunk, you're not operating in a clear mind. So maybe he dropped the N-word. I don't know. But man, speaking on to men, and it doesn't go quite well, they end up in fights, especially when you have somebody is drunk. And I'm pretty sure he was drunk because I'm pretty sure if these people were not drunk, this would all been avoided. But they're drunk. That's what happens when you're drunk. You're not thinking logically. So these guys said, you ain't about to. I don't even know if they worked there. They just some dudes that was at the dock. Like, they jumping to blame me. So they wanted to jump in. They wanted to jump in. So they end up getting into the tussle. You know, the lady, she trying to get away. And you see the guy, there's several guys out on the dock beating up somebody that they got a hold to. A woman, she got beat up. It looks like another woman is out there. I think that's a woman too that's fighting. So there's several people fighting. This lady jumped off the boat. She started to fight. And then that lady got beat up really bad. You know, they just beat her up like real bad. I say I'm too pretty to fight, so I'm not gonna fight nobody. I'm like, 911. I don't understand why wasn't 911 called, but apparently they was called. But look at 911. 911 is out there, or maybe he's just a security guard. This guy right here. He's just a security guard, maybe. He looked like he has some type of uniform on. Yeah, these are police officers. These are police officers. But you know, the police, hey, it's only two of us, so we ain't gonna do nothing. We just let them die. Police like, it's only two of us. It's like 900 of them. We just let them, tough it out. I don't even think they tried to break it up. Okay, so now it's more police officers. And now they broke up the fight. So, but that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. It's more to that. That lasted about 2 minutes. Like I said, I think if you are drinking, you don't operate in the right mind. You're inebriated. So your whole perception and judgment is skewed. So when you are out on the dock or partying or whatever, and somebody asks you to move and you say, "Oh, hell no, this is a dock. I have a boat. Why can't I dock here? You ain't using it." That's probably what he said. Why you want me to move? It's no boats here. Sir, this is for the Riverboat Casino. We have several boats. So you're not supposed to dock here. The docking station for residential dockers or boaters is in this area. So that was a whole argument. You don't think in the right mind. So that happened. And then you got this girl narrating.
You're going to jail.
Cause these motherfuckers thought shit was sweet.
You're going to jail.
They had no business jumping on them folks. Look at the crew members. They ready. Yeah. All y'all ass need to load up. Ooh, look at the crew. All of them. Jumped on that man.
And they still there like nothing happened.
They ready. Oh, they ready. Big boy bumping like good gas. Look at him. Red back ass. Man, they couldn't do nothing with that.
Look, this is what I don't understand. I see all them folks on the boat. Okay, you guys, it's time to go. Why even go through this whole motion trying to prove your point? oh, you're not gonna tell me to move dock. I could dock anywhere, blah blah blah. But you dock illegally. But then after that, you're just waiting to get your butt kicked because black folks they jump in. It's not gonna be a fair fight. That's what black folks do. We don't fight fair. We see somebody getting injured or hurt and they black, and if we about that fight life, we gonna jump in. I'm just saying. Tell me if we're wrong. If you about that life, you gonna jump in. You don't even know the guy. You'll jump in because you want to fight somebody because you're traumatized. You just like fighting. Like, what the hell? So why are these people still standing there? Why are they still standing there? Oh, Chawanne, you shouldn't run. You should run. No, run from a fight. Some people think I like fighting or whatever because I shoot guns. No, I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't see what the purpose is. What point do you prove? All you end up with is a bunch of bruises and in the hospital. You're going to jail because these people going to jail. So what's the purpose of fighting? What is the purpose of it? I just don't understand.
Man, they jumped off on you. Had to sit on him. Why you running, man? You scared, man? I'll sleep down there. Like shit, man. That's my boat right there.
Don't get through here.
What the hell? Y'all, these white folks jumped on these black men that work security. We trying to get on the sipping cycle, the Marriott trying to come through. And the man was telling them to move their boat because the Marriott couldn't dock so the folks could get off. And everybody on the sipping cycle, we just wait. Why these folks that swung on and jumped on this black man, baby? The crew member that jumped off the Marriott, baby. They whooping ass, baby.
I don't understand. See, this is what we define. This is not a racial thing. This is a man problem. Do you understand? This is a man problem. A man said, hey, you got to move your boat. And he was like, shit, I ain't moving my boat. I got a boat. This is a dock and I'm docking here. That's that man stuff. That it don't have nothing to do with black or white. It's nothing to do with black or white. She's identifying as a black or white thing. It is nothing to do with it. It's all to do with, hey, my ego and testosterone and alcohol. Okay? Because when you drink, you're not thinking logically. And you see that the white guy, that's the guy that was fighting or maybe breaking up the fight. I didn't see his shorts, but he walked through. He didn't have a problem with nobody, but he should have just left because things like this never goes with, the people that you with just jumped somebody. That's not the end of the story. Why didn't you leave? I just don't understand the logic or the common sense. Where is it? I guess they don't have it.
Now come up out that boat, baby. They ready to move on.
And I hate people that hype stuff up like that. They ready to move something. The baby, they jumped that black man like that. Come on now. Stop it. Stop it.
You ready to run?
Yeah.
They just want to fight. They hyped up. Oh, you jump my dude. Look, they took their shirts off. Why? That you could tell you in the country because you take your shirts off. Only Alabama people do that. I'm laughing because my husband, he's a Bama boy. But only Alabama dudes.
up.
Y'all were tough a minute ago.
Yeah. Woo! 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 They scared. Look at them. They scared. Woo! Beat their ass. Woo! Oh my God. Woo! That what you get. That what you get.
Why did that lady get off the boat though? She shouldn't have got off the boat. So this is basically what happened, you know. I don't know why that lady got off the boat like that. Even if a girl was out there to fight, why would you even participate in that nonsense? Like I said, I think it's so okay, men are fighting, that's them. But when women start fighting, that's just a little crazy to me. And then I think at one point somebody threw a chair at the lady. One lady fell in the river. You know, just really ridiculous stuff. You know, it's just really unnecessary and ridiculous. So, and you see now they're talking to the police like, they arresting this guy because he started the whole thing. They arresting them, and they arrested. Now people might be saying, oh, they only arresting white people. No, they arrested everybody, even the guy that was working there. Which they should have. And they definitely should have arrested these guys. You're not even supposed to be there. Why didn't you? Okay, you jumped the person. You jumped them. And then you stayed there like you didn't do nothing wrong. You beat the man up at his job. And you stayed there like you didn't do nothing wrong. I would have been, if I had the vote, I'd be like, we gotta go. Because that's what people do when they do something wrong. They leave the scene of the crime. Like, you just waited there like you wasn't in the wrong. You was. So they end up arresting these guys.
Just for a statement, we ain't talking about you, brother.
Yeah, they jumped on him. They shouldn't even be arresting him.
Okay.
They shouldn't even be arresting him. He shouldn't even be arrested. They jumped on him. He wasn't doing shit but his job. And they don't need to cry now because you were jumping on them too, baby.
Not escalate this on up. Please allow law enforcement to do their job. If you have video that you want to share with
Yep, him too. Him, right here. Him. All them, baby. Why is she down there crying? Why is she down there crying? Him, all them.
Y'all got video? Anybody got video? Anybody got video?
We waiting on the boat. Baby, we waiting on the we waiting on the sister cycle.
Ma'am, you got the video so I can see you.
Huh?
You got the video.
She only got the video incriminating the black boys, so she ain't gonna show that video. So those boys that they're gonna go to jail too because you continue the assault. They should have just let it go. Wait till the police officer got there. They were still waiting there. They all would have been arrested or whoever jumped in, you know, on the first incident. So it doesn't make any sense. So let me see if I can find the news report. It says multiple people arrested after the brawl at Alabama waterfront. At the scene, it said Montgomery Police Department said in a statement that officers responded to a disturbance near Riverfront Park. At the scene, they located a large group of subjects engaged in a physical altercation. Police said several people were detained and that 4 active warrants have been issued, with more potentially on the way with the review of additional video. So all the police, you know how people are uploading their video. All they're going to do is look on the internet. They're going to scour the internet and to see who can they charge something against. That's all they're going to do. It says this was an unfortunate incident which never should have occurred. And it was completely avoidable. Just move your boat. I work here. This is for the riverboat casinos or riverboat cruise only. The docking, you're supposed to dock in that area. That's normal at larger or cities with a river where they have docking. In Detroit, you can't dock the same place where the riverboat comes in at. I don't understand what the problem is. It says justice will be served. That's what Mayor Steve L. Reed applauded the police response. This was an unfortunate incident which should never occurred. As our police department investigate these intolerable actions, we should not become desensitized to violence of any kind in our community. Those who choose violent actions will be held accountable by our criminal justice system. It says the riverboat operator did not immediately respond to the request for the comment. While the attendant was pointing to the riverboat making its way to the dock, one of the white men became visibly agitated before striking him. One man appears to try to break it up, the attack, but then more young white men sprinted along the dock and joined the fight, then dragging the black man to the ground to continue their attack. The attack quickly spiraled out of control as several onlookers joined in on the chaos, because that's what people do. You love to fight, so I'm going to join. Oh, it's a fight. Let me join in. It's a fight. Let me join in. That's what I said. When you about that life, when you like to fight, you go join in. You don't need to know the person. They just go join in. That's why I said this was completely avoidable. They should have moved their boat. If it was about a race thing, they're completely outnumbered. I wouldn't have been brave enough to, I got to take a stand. No, just move your boat. You're not supposed to be anywhere there anyway. The incident started just hours after former President Donald Trump joined his supporters at an annual Republican Party summer dinner in Montgomery. Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? What do you, now you're blaming Donald Trump for inciting violence? They don't blame Donald Trump. It's Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump, you caused this. Donald Trump caused this. Chawanne, what's up? Hey, Matt. Okay, so let's move on to our next story. I thought it was pretty. Actually, it's kind of sad, but like I said, at least it wasn't gun violence. They was just fighting each other, I guess. I don't know. What's the silver lining to this story? Stop drinking. Okay. Lay off the booze. Everything is not so, intense, Follow the rules. How about that? Let's follow the rules. You don't have to fight. Everything doesn't have to be a physical altercation. That's just, and it's not Donald Trump's fault. I know that was NPR News, by the way, very liberal media. But I know that they mentioned Donald Trump was doing his dinner there. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has everything to do with grown people making wrong decisions. Okay. So we are going to get to Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. They're telling Mitch McConnell he gotta retire. Which he needs to. Mitch McConnell needs to retire. If I could find the story. Okay, this is it. He was trying to give a speech, and it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. I don't know what he was talking about, but it didn't go so well. They're chanting, "You need to retire. Retire." You know how they say fall from grace? Like, you once was like a powerful political figure. You've been in office, for 50 years? And now you're an embarrassment? I believe a politician should retire before somebody tells them to retire. Just like Joe Biden. You should retire before someone says, "Hey, shouldn't you be retiring?" Or before you stroke out in front of people. To me, it doesn't make any sense. He's 81 years old. Mitch McConnell is 81 years old. He was heckled with calls to retire during his speech. This was the annual Fancy Farm picnic on Saturday. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Yeah. I don't know what annual Fancy Farm picnic is, but I guess that's what it is, okay? My friends, I'll be honest, it's not hard for Republicans to look good these days. McConnell says amid boos. McConnell did not acknowledge the jeers from the crowd throughout his speech. He criticized the Democratic Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear, who sat behind him during his remarks and is up for re-election this year for COVID-19 restrictions. Beshear and the state Republican Attorney General Daniel Cameron also received cheers and boos during the event, which are all in the same name of Kentucky tradition. McConnell says that this is my 28th fancy farm, and I want to assure you it's not my last. Mitch, let it go. It should be your last. Let it go, dude. The people of the state have chosen me for 7 times to do this job, and I want you to know how grateful I am. Okay, you could show your gratitude by stepping aside and let some younger person fill the seat, not someone that's getting stuck, stroking out in front of people. It says Trump and McConnell fell out after the condemned the then president after January 6th Capitol attack, mocked the GOP leader in a Truth Social post Monday. I agree. Boo, retire, retire, boo. Trump is a trip. Trump is crazy. And this is him freezing up. Shoot. Why do I always do that? This is him freezing up. This is XD.
There are more ways than ever for identity thieves to steal your information.
This is about
LifeLock alerts you and works to fix problems with a dedicated restoration specialist. Go to lifelock.com.
We'll turn now to that frightening moment in Washington today. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell alarmed his colleagues and many watching when he froze during a news conference. Garrett Haig now with more on this from Capitol Hill.
A regular Senate ritual interrupted today by 19 seconds of silence, quickly turning to concern for the health of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who appeared to freeze up as he began his weekly news conference.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're on a path to finishing the NDA this week. There's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
his fellow senators, including John Barrasso, a medical doctor from Wyoming,
Do you want to say anything else to the press?
eventually helping the 81-year-old McConnell away from the podium. Returning moments later, the Senate's top Republican shrugged off a reporter's question about the moment.
I'm fine.
You're fine, you're fully able to do your job?
Yeah.
McConnell, who in January became the longest-serving party leader in Senate history, has suffered a series of health challenges in recent years. He had shoulder surgery after a fall in 2019, and he spent 6 weeks recovering from a concussion and fractured rib suffered in a March fall, after which he has sometimes struggled to make out questions from reporters. McConnell's office has been tight-lipped about the incident, saying only that the senator was feeling lightheaded and pointing out that he answered reporters' questions sharply after he returned.
Dateline, Missing in America, an all-new season of unsolved cases.
You need to retire.
Somebody somewhere knows what happened.
You know, you need to stop it and retire. It doesn't make any sense that you're taking up space. You're probably not really being productive. You're taking up space. You're probably more in the hospital or bedridden, I don't know, than going to work. Because you're of that age, you should just be painting or something. I'm not for sure what elderly people would do, once you serve for so long, but maybe you become an advisor, or mentor, something like that, but you don't need to be in the House, in the Senate seat. Patrick Time says Fetterman and Feinstein's are the worst. Yeah. They like 80-some years old too. Well, Fetterman's younger, but he stroked out too, and he doesn't even make sense. Nellie Mack, they want to stay in and collect as many kickbacks as possible before they croak. Yeah. But my only thing with that is you can't take it with you. Okay, maybe you'll leave it to your grandkids or your children, but you still can't take it with you. And Biden too. Patrick Chime says Biden too. It's sad that they don't feel like they should make room for someone else that's younger. And it's sad that the Republican Party, and maybe someone have talked to him before about retiring, but they should literally kind of push him out and let somebody younger take the reins. So speaking of chanting, Obama went through the same thing. Obama, I guess he was backing or endorsing Joe Biden, and they didn't even let him speak. He was in Pennsylvania too, of all places. They did not let Obama speak. This went on for about 45 seconds. Let me cue this up for you guys. And Obama not aggressive enough, so he's like, I don't know what he's saying, but they like F Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Yes. Come on. But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation. Hold up. Hold on a minute. Listen, everybody. Hey, y'all up there, pay attention. Here's what happens. Listen.
That lady in the background was getting mad. She like, no, you ain't. Not to my president. She like, you ain't about to do that to my president. She talking about Obama. She ain't talking about Joe Biden. Not to my president. No, you not about to do that. So he went through the same thing. They talking about F Joe Biden. And this was in Pennsylvania. Oh, no, this was in Michigan. Why did I say Pennsylvania? This was in Michigan. Michigan, it teeters from Republican to Democrat. And you see all these black folks up here. They're like, oh, no, F Joe Biden. You can least respect Obama. Like, he's on the wrong side. That's what they say. Obama's not so bad. But they was like, F him. F Joe Biden and you too, since you speaking about him or whatever you came to say. So that happened. I don't know why it's freezing up. It says Obama couldn't believe, this is Team MAGA Kim. Obama couldn't believe they wouldn't stop chanting F Joe Biden. Grant Cardone said, if you were at the podium, what would you do? What would you do to get control of the audience? I'd be like, but I'm not Joe Biden. My name is Obama. Like, I don't know. What would you do? That's a good question. But yeah, he went through the same thing. Them chanting F Joe Biden. Why was Obama? Let's see, why was he there? I don't even know why he was there. Oh, you know what? This was a rally. This happened last year, you guys. I'm reporting old stuff. That happened last year. That he was trying to, I guess, spearhead a campaign. I don't know what he was trying to do. But they didn't like it. And this was at the Democrat campaign that included Governor Gretchen. You're saying F. Joe Biden, y'all need to get Governor Gretchen out because she just as worse. Anyway, so let's talk about Donald Trump, you guys. Donald Trump, his indictment. It comes with some baggage. Well, the judge comes with some baggage. And they did a fact check, because what the rumor is that Judge Tanya Chutkan, she's prosecuted some January 6th conspirators, quote unquote, I guess the protesters. And she's been tough on them. So they're saying that it was a pool of judges that they raffled off Trump's case too. It was over, they had 20 judges and they raffled it off. And this girl happened to get the case. How likely is that? Do you believe that? They actually raffled it out. They put the 20 judges in the hat and they pulled. And she miraculously got chosen to be Donald Trump's judge. And she prosecuted every single last January 6th inciters, protesters, the people that they prosecuted. So how likely is that? Do you actually believe that? So in this fact check, they're claiming that the U.S. District Court Judge Tanya Chutkan worked at the law firm that also employed Hunter Biden and performed work for the Ukrainian oil company Burisma. And they found out that this was true. As a matter of fact, they worked there at the same time. Hunter Biden and this judge, Tanya Chutkan, worked there at the same time. On August 1st, Special Counsel Jack Smith filed and unsealed an indictment charging former President Donald Trump with conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiring to disenfranchise voters, and conspiring and attempting to obstruct an official proceeding in relation to his actions around the 2020 presidential election and its aftermath on January 6th. It says the indictment was filed at the U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C., and the judge assigned to the case was Judge Tanya Chutkan, was chosen at random from a pool of about 20 judges of that court. Random? Does that make any sense? Random? By the Washington Post, the pool of judges has been steeped in cases related to the rituous, deadly events on January 6th, in which Trump supporters attempt to stop the counting of electoral college votes for U.S. President-elect Joe Biden at the U.S. Capitol. I love how they narrate these stories, but whatever. Following her appointment to the Trump case, critics sought to identify allegations of nefarious connections in her professional history. Several Trump allies have highlighted both Chawanne and the current president's son, Hunter Biden, worked at the high-end law firm Boyce Schiller Flexner, BSF. In fact, Hunter Biden and Chawanne was both employed by the partners of BSF. BSF provided Ukrainian oil company services. That's Ukrainian oil company Burisma services, on whose Hunter Biden served. Chawanne worked at BSF from 2002 until she was elected in June 2014. She made partner on the firm in 2007. Biden, meanwhile, held the title of counsel at BSF from 2010 to 2014. Is this a conflict of interest? Do you think this is a conflict of interest? Do you think this judge should recuse herself from this case? I think so. I really do think so. He's not going to get a fair trial if they don't move this case, if they don't get a different judge. Definitely if they don't get a different judge. She's not going to get a fair trial. Jury of his peers, not in D.C. D.C. is, ain't D.C. 86% Black? Oh, I'm sorry. I stated that wrong. 46% Black, 45% white. 45% white. It's still not reflection of, the population, but anyway. After joining the board of Burisma in 2014, as Hunter Biden described in his memoir, he recommended the consulting services as his law firm to help company implement corporate practices that were up to accepted ethical snuff. I don't know what that means. He paid Burisma paid BSF at least $250,000 for its work. In sum, it's factual that both Hunter and Chawanne worked under the umbrella of Boyce Schiller Flexner between 2010 and 2014. And it's also true that BSF did business with Burisma via Hunter Biden in May 2014. As such, re-rate this claim as true. We know it's true. We could look it up. Is Chawanne great friends of Hunter Biden? Probably so. She was a partner, so she probably really know him. There's some other ties that tie her into some other stuff, but this is enough to say she needs to recuse herself. And if he's actually convicted, they will have to appeal this in the higher court. In the higher court, they'll knock this decision down, if in any rate. You guys, let me know in the comment. Do you think this judge should recuse herself? I think she should, because I don't think he's going to get a fair trial. Okay, so this is enough about politics. I want to talk to you about ratchetness. We're going to talk about ratchetness. We went from one ratchet video at the beginning, but I got another ratchet video for you guys. This guy came into the store and started stealing cigarettes, tobacco products. And he was saying that this is he was saying that, hey, you ain't gonna do nothing, I'm gonna shoot you. He took a garbage can and was filling his garbage can up. And two store owners, they're Indian or some type of Middle Eastern descent, they stopped him. They watched him do it, trying to get him to stop, coerce him to stop, but he didn't want to. So one guy held him down when the other guy beat him with a stick. But now, plot twist, since the cops didn't show, the cops never showed up. Matter of fact, I think while he was stealing, they called the cops. They never showed up. But plot twist, they're trying to say these guys are under investigation for protecting their store. Let's take a look.
Following developing news in Stockton, we have now learned the store clerks seen on a video beating a man who was trying to steal from their store are now under investigation for assault. So here's how it all started. The video shows this man going into a 7-Eleven in Stockton and emptying shelves of cigarettes into that large trash can. The video then shows the two clerks try to stop him before hitting him with a stick more than 24 times. The store clerks now say this man stole from their store 2 other times and threatened them. Stockton police say they are investigating the man who was beaten for robbery and the clerks for assault. When the investigation is complete, it will be sent to the San Joaquin County District Attorney for review. Then it's going to be up to the DA to determine what charges, if any, are filed against the store clerks.
So this guy, they said he stole from them a couple of times. And now they're trying to investigate the store clerk, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense where the police don't come, but now I got to protect my store. This guy stole from me several times. So now I got to take matters in my own hands, called social justice. So they got some social justice, I guess. They took matters in their own hands. I'm trying to show you the video where I think the Hodge twins put it up, where they showed the they so ghetto. Look at this, employee of the month. Employee of the month. Yeah, they took matters in their own hands. But yeah, he was saying, yeah, I'll shoot you. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'll shoot you. Blah, blah, blah. And they said, okay, you think you just gonna come in here and steal? We're gonna teach you. And so he probably didn't know it was another guy in the back. And they one held him down where the other one beat him. And you coming in the store, of all things, you stealing cigarettes. Why don't you steal something else? Let me see if it came up here. No. Anyway. And then the guy was crying. He was crying like really bad that, they was beating him with the stick. It was that harsh for them beating him with the stick? I'm not for sure, but he said he had a gun, so you know, they had a stick. They didn't have any guns. So what do you do? I'm back all the way to July the 31st, and I can't find it. Anyway, so my other ratchet video that I'm going to show you guys, it's about Cardi B. Cardi B, I mean, what do you expect from Cardi B? I think Cardi B is one of those females that she thinks she's over or hypersexual, and she's very raunchy, and she disrespects herself, but when other people do it, and when she say, oh, I'm drawing a line at here, and people don't listen to her, I think she gets mad about it. And to me, it's kind of ridiculous that you think to a certain point, okay, I could disrespect myself or I could talk nasty, but you got to respect me. I don't think that makes any sense. And to me, it doesn't, it's not logical. It's not logical for a person to do that. And we have a problem in the Black community where a lot of Black women, they want to say my body, my choice, and they want to do whatever, talk ratchet, but they get mad at you when you show that same behavior towards them. So, you know, she's under investigation, or she got charged with this. Cardi B, she gave she was in concert. I think she was in Las Vegas. And she was saying it was hot. Everyone showed the part where, oh, somebody threw the water on her, and so she threw the microphone. And so they were talking about, oh, she might get assault charges. And I think she did get assault charges. I'm not for sure. But I know a lot of people were saying, oh, fans take it too far, you know, throwing water, that's so disrespectful. But they didn't say prior to what she was saying to the fans.
Daytime party at Dre's nightclub on Saturday, July 29th, with footage from the event showing her in the midst of performing Bodak Yellow, getting soaked with water from a fan in the crowd. In response, Cardi threw her microphone at the offender and was seen saying something along the lines of jealous as the drink tosser was escorted off the premises. Now, it seems the fan that tossed the drink was merely following orders, with TMZ reporting that right before the viral moment, Cardi asked fans to splash her with water. Additional scenes captured during Cardi's performance show her demanding the crowd to throw water on her in between songs since it was 105 degrees that day. Cardi's DJ additionally encouraged the crowd to splash her, and at one point, she even bent over and directed fans toward one particular area that needed hydration.
Bitch, I'm dying. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Throw me some water again, bitch, because I'm hot. And give me some water.
Splash her down. Give us some water. Splash her the fuck down.
Woo, that shit feel good. Put that shit in my pussy, bitch. Come on.
So you want somebody to
yeah, bitch.
Sexy lady.
splash you in your coochie, and then you get mad and somebody split your world.
Additionally, Cardi's projectile microphone didn't even hit the right person with an innocent.
You know, so you're literally mad that they're following your instructions. Talking about throw it on my coochie, and then you get mad that they kept on throwing it, and then you throw your microphone. Does that make any sense to anyone? That does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And you're mad about that. And now you're about to have some type of charges. They probably sue her. Because I think the girl said she ended up with a bruise. It doesn't make any sense. So, and I think Cardi B, like I said, she expects somebody to treat her with respect, but you all about disrespecting yourself. You respect your own body. You over-sexualize yourself. I mean, you always talking about, sex and coochie and all that stuff. So much so, she went on a performance. I don't know if you guys heard about this. She had another performance, and she didn't have no damn underwear on. She didn't have no underwear on. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting that females, particularly Black females, act this way, act in this manner. Let me see if I could pull this up, cue it up for you guys. This is Cardi B. The Bodak Yellow rapper was also courageous enough to go commando. That's not courageous. That's disgusting. That is disgusting that you don't got no panties on and you on your period. And you flashing people. Let me know, when you pay for a concert and you in the front row, do you want to see somebody coochie? Maybe guys do, but I wouldn't want to see nobody funky monkey. That is disgusting. And you got two kids, 2 girls that gonna see this in the future, and you walking around with your cooter cat hanging out, walking around with no underwear. And we praising that. Oh, girl, my body, my choice. Oh, she's living in her truth. She's living in her truth. No, she's not. She's disgusting. She's not living in her truth. It's disgusting that a person would do this kind of stuff. It says she was performing. It says Cardi B let her tampon string hang out while she gyrated on stage during a commando performance in Las Vegas last Friday. The WAP rapper, who was wearing a gold fringe mini dress, showed the crowd of attendees at Dre's nightclub more than just her dancing skills when she approached the front stage. In the video recorded by a horrified concert goer, you're not that horrified. You kept your cameras rolling so you could sell the video. Cardi was seen patting her lady parts as she moved her hips in a circle motion. So you was up there masturbating on the stage. She was masturbating on the stage. That's what she was doing. She was masturbating. She was masturbating on the stage, and everybody had to see that. Within seconds of the sultry solo, sultry. That's not sultry. She's disgusting solo. It became obvious that the married mother, I didn't know she was married. I thought they was just a thing. Married mother too was not wearing any underwear. Then they show these full frontal photos of her, which is disgusting. However, she was wearing a disposable menstrual product whose long white thread flailed about in unison with her swaying lower body. It wasn't just the panties Cardi ditched. She was barefoot too. At another point during the night, she was finished belting out her final song, I Like It. The Grammy winner, 30, chucked her microphone in the direction of the DJ booth. Why they give me this photo? That's what are you doing right there? Though she did not say anything before or after the throw, Cardi appeared angry as she exited the stage alongside her body, or exited. I don't know what I'm reading. Exited the stage alongside her bodyguards. Social media users have speculated that she was mad at the DJ for continuously cutting her tracks short during her set. Maybe because you was high. Okay, this bitch don't got no panties on. Let me cut her set short. The hip-hop hitmaker has already made headlines for different mic toss during the same weekend. While performing Bodak Yellow, Dre's Beach Club on Saturday, Cardi encouraged fans to splash water in her beep. That's what my kid says. The request seemingly led someone in the first row to hurl her open drink at the musician, while prompting a shocked Cardi to fling her microphone with force into the area from where the beverage came. And that's what this video altercation is. She mad because they was following her command. They said they named her as a suspect in battery investigation. Her reps did not respond for the request. One thing I could say about money, I just posted a video. We talked about Lizzo, our last stream. Lizzo, you know, she's getting sued. We talked about her, our last stream. And one thing I did fail to mention, when people get money with power, all it does is magnify their personalities. If the person is a good person, it magnifies their goodness. Maybe some people do change because they get a lot of money. But if you're a genuinely good person, it tends to magnify whatever attributes you have as a person. With Lizzo, Lizzo in that video, let me just share you what the thumbnail looks like. In that video, no, okay, no, that's not it. I said that she is a mean girl. Lizzo is a mean girl. And when I say mean girl, and I get the same thing for Cardi B. Cardi B, she may not be mean, but she's not. I think both of these two girls have some type of mental health issues going on. I think they have some mental health issues going on, because I think for someone to say, hey, I want to show my body without getting the proper consent. I want to show my body to you. Like my private areas to you without you knowing. You didn't even expect this. You signed up going to a concert to pay money because I am a fan of yours. I love all your songs. I know them from word. Whether it be WAP or I'm in, what's that one song with Bruno Mars, you know? I love Cardi B, but you did not sign up to see her coochie and her tampon hanging out. Did you sign up for that? So anyone that subject you to that is something has to be mentally wrong with you, right? Because you're saying that, oh, it's okay. I can show my cooter to you because it's okay, because I'm Cardi B. So all I think is it just intensifies or amplifies of the person who they are. Money does. Same with Lizzo. Lizzo, I like to gyrate. I like to twerk. You know I'm going to be twerking on stage. I want to show you my booty, but I want to show it for free. So you go to a public place and say, oh, look at me. I'm so cute. I'm so pretty. And I show you my butt and I'm like 900 pounds. And it doesn't matter if there's kids around. Well, I doubt if it was kids at that Cardi B concert, but a coochie, I think a coochie is way worse than a booty. But Lizzo, she likes to show her butts because she thinks she's so beautiful. And she's a beautiful person. But beautiful or not, why would you want to see that? Why would you subject other people to your mental illness? And I think it's the disgusting behavior. And I think we got to speak out against it. You know, I think it's this very disgusting when, especially the two that I mentioned are Black women. They supposed to represent Black women and they don't. These are not normal Black people. Normal Black people don't act like that. Normal Black women, self-respecting Black women, they don't act like that. But unfortunately, they have the stage. They're highlighting these degenerate people. Like these other degenerate girls out here. They're highlighting, they're getting the center stage. But people that's normal and well-to-do and respectful, have morals and values, those are the people that you don't see. You got to find them. You got to find the people that are respected in their community, are good moms and good wives, good people, period. They don't even have to be mother or wife. Just a good female, period. They don't highlight those. You know, they highlight the ones that are showing their body, over sexualizing themselves, because that's the narrative that they want to push to basically ruin the Black community, which they already accomplished to me. I think we got a long way to go to get back to the basis of who we actually are. And we're not this. These are not good people. Anyway, that was it for our live stream. If you guys make sure you check out that video I just dropped it with Lizzo. If you were in our live stream, I think it was last week, I talked about it, but I kind of chopped it down. I might make another video about that because I do get the actual document, what was filed or the charges that they filed against Lizzo. But it's a pretty long document. So I'm going to read through that and then we'll talk about something tomorrow, you know. So thank you for tuning in once again. I am sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.